Hello, 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 welcome. Yeah, let's get right into it, I guess. Welcome, welcome. Hope you had a great evening yesterday and a great day so far. I did a little bit of work yesterday evening after this, like way after the stream, like way late in the night. Mostly adding what I said that I would add, like this thing where it like, yeah, we have like this list now where it as well collapses into like sub things. I think that makes it easier to add stuff. And then as well, I mean, we still have the search here. It's a little bit weird because the resizing, but we will polish that later. Don't really care too much about that right now that it's like this ugly basically. That's as well the intro. Oh no, actually. Wait, if I do that. Okay. I mean, I guess that's fine once it's fixed size, this window, but oh well. So can I submit that stuff actually? Wait, I didn't check that before. Because it's a lot of like smaller UI stuff, so I think I might be able to do that. Might be able to submit that and it's like a standalone thing. What's in here? Different? That's some file fix, but I can't remember. But it's definitely not wrong to do that, probably. Is that all just the path? I mean, here not. It's nothing different, right? Oh, well. Yeah, whatever. Don't care about that. Let me quickly do that. And then we will move on. What's that? Not sure if that's needed. We will keep it for now. Just because I just don't know if it's needed or not. That one is irrelevant. That's the only change. Oh, well then discard it because it's just an empty space that's useless. Should have done that before the stream, but what can you do? Okay, we will do that in a separate one. Don't think we actually have that. Okay, I think that's all then. So that's just doing some safe path fixes. That's that. Then there were other things I wanted to push. Not here, right? No. Oh shit, did I? Yeah, of course I forgot to. Alright. Then we want this. I'll actually stage that one. Localize. Alright, we do a little bit of housekeeping now, just so that we don't get completely out insane here with the change list. Component meta. I think that's good enough, right? Yeah. Alright, so that's that. Shader stuff, we don't need any of that. I think I want to push the component panel. And the UI definition and like all the UI changes. I think that's it. I think that might be it. Yeah, that's something different. That's already shader stuff. Alright. Refactor the component panel. Added new control to UI. So we push all of those. And then we can go one last thing before we move on with the actual task that I wanted to do is we will redo this thing here as well. In accordance to the actual thing basically. So how does that work again? We get Okay. And then we filter. What? Hold on. Shouldn't that then remove stuff, or how does this work? Oh yeah, it is clearing everything. Okay. Cool. So then this one becomes a UI to review. Can I not do that? That should be possible. Ah, 3 item. That's what it's called. Eh. Might not be the best name that I have ever come up with, but it's fine. I should have gotten something to drink. Oh well. So basically that is that. And then that all is fine. Just need to go here. Remove that. Change it to this. Beautiful. Now we just need to change that. Oh. And then children clear. Oh, hold on. That is a little bit of a problem, right? So what do we want to do on click? On click we need to do something, right? Node editor. Oh wait, okay, then that is actually doable, right? maybe not that easy. That is actually a little more complicated than I thought. Although, is it? Hold on, maybe it's not right. Maybe actually it's easier than I thought. So on selected. Let's do that. And then we get the on node created, right? So that should be fine. In theory, that should be fine. In reality, let's see if it is. So we do an on node created. Okay. Which does const node. Is it node graph or what is the node? Graph editor context. Okay. Hello, hello. What's new in the project? Give me a second, then I can show you. A couple of things are new. Not like a lot, but yeah. Some stuff is new. Actually, let's do this on node created, right? If How can I check that? Is there not like something... It will take a little bit before I can show you because I need to fix that thing first. But welcome back. Glad you are here again. Let's actually not do that for now, but I think that might be a problem here. So we can get rid of that. Then we have this here. Create node menu. Then node list menu root. And do we need... We might need some more stuff. Yeah, something like that, like force open collapsing headers. It's basically the same as in the components panel. Wherever we have that, this one. How do I keep doing that? That's insane. Is window appearing? And I think we can get rid of that, and we can get rid of that. Think that comment still applies. No, unfortunately not. I'm still trying to figure that one out. I hope that I have time, but I want to finish the terrain stuff first, and then I will look at the issue you have. But before everything is not exactly working, it doesn't really make too much sense. I think I can remove that. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Can not really do a lot there yet. Huh? Wait, do we have another flag or what? Eh? Class member? What? Is it because we have here? Oh my god, why did I do that? See, that's why you should never do that. It's just bad not having an M underscore in front. Alright, so that works now. Oh wait, I saw something here. I don't know why I started to do that. It's really beyond me. don't know why. I thought it's nice to leave the M underscore away for private stuff. I don't think... I'm not sure if the current branch runs fully, as I'm only on my own machine currently and I don't have a test machine. So in theory everything is submitted, but there is a good chance that not everything is running. I mean, the shader changed quite a lot that was causing issues for you. But realistically, the stuff that I think that fails is the same. So I don't think it will work, but... Once 0.4 is out, you can try it again. Which hopefully is in the next couple of weeks. Well, end of October I think it's realistic, because I have like October, I have a couple of days that I can fully work on the engine. So the plan would be to push a lot in that, like on those days. But then again, the terrain is a little bit complex in how much stuff it needs, like how much stuff we need to do for it to be somewhat proper. Why that compiles, I don't know, I want to show you what's new, or like, I mean, I'm not sure. No, I think it's actually, there is a couple of things new that you didn't see yet. Not really anything super fascinating, but let me first see. Okay, so that works, that's good. Does it work to create? No. I am not quite sure why. Okay, create new node. Oh, maybe we need to copy that for it to work and not have it as a reference. That's not what I wanted. Not quite, but I mean, it's better. I think we want it like that, probably. I again did it wrong. Yeah. What? Render tree item. Why is it that we have... Oh well. Hello, what's up? It's going good. Well, let me show you what is new. So what's new is, first of all, we have like this huge ass terrain. It's like 64 kilometers by 64 kilometers. I'm not sure if you saw that, Velo, but yeah, basically that it's fully generated and has a somewhat LOD system. So if I launch it in RenderDoc, you can see the LOD done. So if we take a sampler, I think you didn't see that yet, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was still when you were, because I mean you were out, or like not here for a couple of, so it's like 500,000 triangles, right? And you can see it's like very not dense, the opposite of dense, coarsely subdivided here, and then close to the sphere in the middle we have like a lot of triangles. And yeah, as you can see, so here it's minus 32,000 plus 32,000, so it's like 64 kilometers in range. So there is that, and then I did this little thing which doesn't really do a whole lot, but that's basically how you would manipulate the terrain. You can rotate that as well if you want to. It's a little bit finicky currently, but yeah, you can rotate it. So yeah, you can do that, and then yeah, you have like the preview here of where you will add it. So that's new. Besides that, don't think there is too much new. Not sure if you saw that I have localization, but that's not really that interesting. No, not yet. I'm focusing on the terrain for now, and then we will do bug fixing. Do I still have my list? Wait, I can show you. Don't take that like as a like set in stone list, but that's the current thing that I came up with in my time off during the vacation. So we are currently here, right? Because 0.3 something I think is the last version on Git. So 0.4 is basically planned to be this scope, where yeah, the biggest chunk is like the volume terrain, which we're still working on. And yeah, we have localization, and yeah, that's kind of new, but it's not that interesting. The engine modules are now data driven. I can show that as well quickly. It's not a big thing by any means, but here in data in the app config, you have all the modules that you need from the engine. So in theory, you could say, okay, I don't want volumetric terrain in a nice UI. Currently you don't have that. Currently you need to do it in the config here. You can take that out, and then you don't have volume, the volume module in your project anymore. That would be the idea. Or you don't need input for whatever reason, right? And you take that out, you don't have input anymore. You don't need ImGUI, you take it out, and stuff like that. So that would be the idea behind that. So that's this one. And then 0.5, I want to focus a little bit on general health of the project. So it's mostly adding Linux support, because people were requesting that a little bit, and it's on my list anyways. Shouldn't take too long. So 0.5 should be a little bit like, once this behemoth is out of the way, everything should be a little bit easier. That one is an extension to that, which should make it a little bit better to work with. So that's just an improvement on the engine modules that you just saw. And I want to fix the controller support, because that's currently broken. And yeah, then some general polish and bug fixing, like the hot reloading of shaders currently is kind of scuffed. So I want to fix that, as well as other bugs that I found or will find. So 0.5 is more like a stabilizing thing and a little bit of smaller things. No, I don't think I will do that, to be honest. Just because I don't have a machine to test that. So I will probably not do macOS. And then 0.6 is adding the physics engine. Probably Jolt or Yolt or whatever, how you pronounce it. But maybe we might look at others, but that one is the current candidate. Yeah, you need to get an Apple account, and as far as I know, you need to pay them that you're a developer. I'm not 100% sure if that's true, or you need to pay them to release stuff. Something along those lines. You need to pay a fee so that you can actually do stuff for their OS, which is why I'm not doing it. But yes, that is a thing. Back in the day when I started, I was working in a mobile games company, and then we did some stuff on iOS, and it's bizarre what you have to do, like that you have to pay them to do something on their OS which makes them money. Is like, what? I think you can, but you cannot publish it. Which is like, at that point, why do you work on it? I think you can get around it, but you need, for the final thing, to actually publish it, like in an official way, you need Xcode. At least that's my information that I have. And it's maybe a little bit outdated, but I think I heard that like a year ago or something like that still. I think you can do a normal file, but you will not have a certificate, so it's like an unapproved app like in Windows, you know, so probably people will not install it. Because I guess it's not certified or whatever. Then you get like, I'm not a macOS thing, like a guy. So I assume then there's like something like the Windows Defender telling you, hey, this is an insecure app. I would assume. But for the App Store, for sure, yes, you need Xcode. And yes, I hate Apple as well, and that's why I'm not doing that, because I'm not supporting them on that insane thing that I'm still not sure why you need to pay them to do it when you are doing something that will make them money potentially, or like increase their reach, right? So it's like, I don't know, insane to me. I want to get that done, so why does that not work? We do a register? Oh, no. It's an ImGUI update. But... oh, wait, maybe we need to close... I think I know what it might be. Node graph editor context. And do I need to... here. God damn it. Shader graph editor. Alright, maybe not quite it. Same mistake again. Holy. Okay, so we do that. We do all of that. But then for some reason we come back here. Oh, wait a second. Is it a threading issue? But how and why? Why would that be? What? I saw some weird code in the exe command thingy. Is that your code, what it does? What do you mean? In the exe command? Ah, okay. No. What? Not sure. Why is that failing? So when we do that, call this which is all of that crap, which I think is irrelevant. It's some weird threading issue, but where would it come from is my question. So first of all, I want to do one thing, which is here. Return that. And here as well, and then if we have done that, if render tree item something like that, then here at the end return false. And then we can do wherever we do that. No, not here. Not editor. But which file are you referring to? WhatsApp? But I mean, if it's called exe command, then it's not my thing, because I have not such a file. I have no such file. What is it? You stupid Visual Studio. Oh, well, okay. Wait, no. Not all control paths. Oh, well. Fair. I have it where... Really? Nah, not sure. Or is it when it crashes, you mean that? Oh, okay. Now it works? Or was it just luck? Okay, it works. So maybe it was that we like returned in a bad spot? Okay. Well, okay, that works, so we can submit that, and that's good. And then let's go back to actually spawning the sphere stuff and things like that. Beautiful. Does search still work? Multiply. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, we need to fix that issue with the IDs. But that's not a big thing. I think... Oh, there's another thing I want to address later, but not now. Oh, cool. Probably because it's... Ah, STD expected. Wait. Ah, it's this weird thing that's an optional, but not really an optional, right? I think I wanted to look at expected. But... yeah, I'm not sure. I don't see the big reason for expected. An optional does... I mean, okay, it doesn't do the same, right? Because you get an arrow value. Yeah. Which you can use. So that's... yeah, it's not the same. But it has an arrow. Oh. Ah, but you have one that has value. Okay. Yeah, well... it doesn't, yeah. Guess you would need to use the arrow or... but well... the localization system is mostly for games in mind, but as I have an editor, it's for the editor as well, right? So in theory, you could now have this editor in a language of your choosing, as long as you write the localization file for it. So it was more in like the localization system was, yes, more for the editor and for games. The engine doesn't really need it that, like, no, yeah. Does it have a bool operator? Oh, it does. Yeah. I mean, do you need a has error? Because if you have an error, you don't have a value, so has value does exactly the same, or Captain Chico. Like if you can check has error, has value, and it's false, then you have an error, right? Isn't that? But yeah. I guess it would be more explicit. Having a has error wouldn't really make this interface less clear, right? I mean, I think it would help, but in reality it's like has value. If it returns false, you have an error. So you technically don't really need it. Did I change something? No, right? I wanted to do that. For my components panel as well. Oh, that doesn't work or what? Wait, what is the component? Oh, it's a begin child, okay. Ah, I don't have that. Was it that maybe the end child was not card? I think we don't need that anymore then. Not sure. Sadly, SCD expected is 23. Hello, Cena Strikes. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. At my current project at work, we are at, I think, C++20. I don't think we have C++23 as well enabled, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, that's maybe a little bit too big, but it's nice-ish. What happens if I do that? Is there still padding? Ah, less. Alright, let's do that. If I do this, will it be always on top? Oh, okay, 20 is still missing some stuff. That's crazy. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. But maybe that actually does exactly what I want for the other case as well. Then we will do that if that's the case. So if I move that here, does that make the scroll bar, the search bar not scroll out? Yes, perfect. That's exactly how I would want it. Beautiful. So you always have the search bar at the top. Perfect. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can tell you on Monday. Because now I'm curious what if we actually are on 20 or 23. I think it's 20, but I'm not 100% sure. But then again, there's a couple of cool things in 23, but overall 23 didn't really have like that amount of stuff that I think I would miss. Maybe I expected. But 26 looks really promising, and then I will move to 26. There's a couple of nice things in 26 that I'm looking forward to. Alright, let's push that and then let's move on to the actual terrain again. It's like some nice polish that I did there. And we can node editor, probably that one, that one. So it's probably those. And I think that should be it. Tree view maybe. Let's move those as well in there, why not? This is like the M underscore stuff, yeah. Alright. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think that's it. Refactored node edit, what we use, new tree view, polished search bar in components panel. And I think that's it. We don't really need to like talk about the other small things. Perfect. All right, so let's get started with the actual thing that we came here today for, which is in the terrain panel. When we, not this, see, so that's a little bit unfortunate because we that will lag if we read that back, right? Which is not necessarily a problem, but it might be a little bit annoying. But then again, it's like 3 frames at max that it will lag behind, so I think that's fine. So we need the hit buffer. But do we need to read it from here? No, probably not. I mean, kinda and kinda not. I think we need to read it back once we are here. Right, because otherwise we might read some outdated data. I think I've not done a read back yet in the engine, so that might not be that easy to do straight up. So maybe we do something. Maybe I will change the plan for today. Let's do another thing that's needed. Or is it needed for this task? Let me think. Not really. So maybe we don't do it. Okay, then let's try to do the read back. The thing is, I think for now we can just read back the hit buffer and assume it's right. Actually, we can probably do that. Hit feedback. Now we do that. Don't need that. What errors do I have here? Nothing, so I think that is fine. Terrain brush, hit, read back. I just realized protobuf logging does not make sense if strings are not compressed. I'm still not sure what you're using protobuf for. I mean, I always thought protobuf is more like a serialization thing, so I'm not quite sure why you're using it for logging. But yeah, it's a bit weird to me that you use it for that. Read, and then I think I want staging here. But what are you like? I'm just curious. So you said like something for frames, like so you're recording frame logs with it and then serializing them, and I don't know, send them somewhere, or maybe you send them to a file or what? Because I'm not sure what you mean with transmit, and yeah. I mean, it's just that I don't fully understand what you're trying, or like what you're doing with it. Ah, okay. Yes, but you can't read it, right? It's not a plain thing, right? It's like a binary file then. So you need something to read that log file. Isn't that a little bit annoying that you need a tool for it then? I don't know. No, okay. I see. Okay. Well, but even as a developer, you need a separate tool, right, to read it? Instead of just a text editor. I'm not like arguing against it, it's just, I don't know. It feels a little bit overkill for something like logging, where I don't think it makes... I mean, yeah, I don't think like the file access for logging is like the big problem, but maybe it is. What? What is 2024? Oh, okay. Render toolbar, is it that one? No. Oh, it's in render at when we trace, yeah, here. Read back hit. Protobuf logging was first mentioned somewhere in some case study in 2024. Okay. Do you have a link for that? Because I just don't see the benefit of it. I mean, I do see like, yeah, it's faster, it's binary, but just the fact that you need a separate tool that reads that file, then I don't know if it's worth the hassle. Read back terrain hit, compute command buffer. Can I queue that in the same command buffer? I mean, I probably can. Copy. Okay, yeah, terrain. Or hit buffer. Hit readback buffer, right? The thing is, how do I know that this is finished then? I mean, probably we need to match the full size of it, right? And then if hit buffer read back map. Or is that already done? It's the other point of question. Buffer Vulkan. When we have CPU access, I mean, probably fine like that. Probably like that, and then data. Struct. Hit position. Tool has hit. Do I need to reinterpret cast? Maybe not. It keeps data structured enough that it's faster to read, write, and complete file has the same structure. Yeah, all those points I see, I just don't know if it's worth it with, as I said, the tool that you need to build to read it. That's the only concern I have, which is just the upfront cost, and then once you have the tool, it's fine, right? has hit on data or on. Now let's put a break. I don't know. Let's see if that works. That's my first time doing a read back in a like very long time, and not in like an engine where it's already supported, so it's a little bit of a new thing for me. Okay. Do we have a hit position? We do. I mean, that's beautiful. Do we spam that now? Oh yeah, we do. Why? Ah, because we... We need to consume that hit, right? Can I do that? So that it like writes it back? No, right? That will probably still fail all the time. Oh, okay, maybe not. Okay. I mean, that kind of works. Perfect. So then the idea would be that we read back our hit wherever that is here, yeah. And then here we do create new source. I don't know. I'll create volume source. On hit data, hit position. And we need the scene as well. I don't think we want this const. Is the function somewhere here? No. You left me a message. Nice. Oh, that's my own account. Well, maybe not that. I mean, there wasn't anything leaked anyways in there because it's a public channel. So I can leave it here. Protobuf. Okay. Get a registry. Or can I do scene? No, I need to get the registry, right? And then registry, create entity. And then we need to add a couple of things here. Which I'm not sure, can I get them? Scene, maybe not, right? Because I think the registry doesn't have the add component. Will probably just add them directly, yeah. Which is maybe not what we want. Yeah, yeah. I'm, as I said, not against it. I'm just not sure if it's worth it optimizing logging. But I'm coming from like a game engine point of view where logging is like really something you only do usually in like debug builds or yeah, test builds. Logging usually is turned off fully in like a game than in a shipped game, I have to say. So I think I don't know any engine that keeps that in. So it's never really a thing about performance. Godot enters the room. Is Godot bad in logging or what? Is it like slow or what? I've not used Godot, so it's on my list that I want to try it. Because I think it has a couple of things that are of interest to me. But I've not used it yet. Find usages. Can I do M component? No. Ah, M game core. Get component factory. I mean, maybe I just leave that as a dependency for the panel. Okay. What? Hold on. Game core. Is it game core system? And I just am stupid. Scene editor. Yes. Forward declare. And then why do we need the graphics API? I see, because oh yeah, okay. That's an oversight. We will get rid of that eventually. like an oversight, not really, but don't think we need that when the shaders are an asset, as they should be. Okay. I think, let me quickly check. I think I have as well only one thread for the logging. Yeah. But then again, I'm not logging that much yet. But okay, maybe in the future I have to rethink that. I mean, that's already better than other engines that I saw that are like actually AAA engines that are logging on the main, like on one thread, like in a blocking fashion, kinda. Will not say which one. To the same file, it will be hard. To multiple files, yes. To the same file, you need like proper synchronization, or is it even possible? Maybe not, right? Maybe the OS blocks multiple writes. I mean, you could reuse the file stream, so yeah, you could share the file stream. But I don't think you will get faster, because the file IO is anyways the bottleneck, not your threads. So I would say one thread per backend that you want to log to makes sense, right? I would assume. Like if you have a file, you have one thread for that. If you want to log to Visual Studio, maybe you have a thread for that. Potentially you could split it like that, I could see. Ooh. Holy. Let me see. We pack here, we do that, we create the volume source. Here we should now be able to do game core, get component factory, try create component with the registry on the new entity. And do I not have an overload? That might be actually a nice idea, or? Can't I do bool try create into the ID? Can't I do template type name T where T, do we not have a, we might not have a, oh well, and then we do return try create component. Like that, right? That should work. Now we can do here transform component. No? Ah, wait. That is of course true. So we do that. And we add a sphere for now. Can I add data to it? Not really. It might be nice to do that though. Oh, we need more than that though, right? We need a name component. And we need an ID component. And the question is, where do we use that? Because we definitely use it somewhere. Oh, okay. And then let's do registry, get component, ID component from new entity. And we will do it for now manually. So we get that and set the ID to new entity. Name. Volume source sphere. And then we as well need to get... It would be nice, as I said, if I have the possibility here, but we will do that in a second. Transform component. Set translation to our hit position. So in theory, that should spawn us an entity. Maybe. If not, then that's a problem, but we will figure that out. So we select that, click, and we have our volume sphere. Perfect. And then you can move it as well, which is nice. Okay. That's a bit of a problem. How can we do that? Because we scene editor. Render scene viewport. Maybe I can do an IM gizmo check here. Is using any? Has clicked left and is using any is false. Is using none? Unfortunate. What is that? Okay, let's see. Maybe we do is using any or I am gizmo is over. So that should hopefully make it that if we have a gizmo, we don't spawn. Well, that is unfortunate. He's using any. Why is that not true? Unfortunate. Ah, wait. It needs to be the dial. Right? Does it need to be that? I think so. No! Why? Pool is using any gizmo. Is hovering gizmo. Has clicked left and is hovering gizmo is false and is using. Why would that not be the case? Wait, what? Hello? Visual Studio, what the hell are you doing? Why is it not? Why is it not updating the compilation stuff? Give me a second. Alright, I am not sure why it wouldn't be updated. Alright, is it updated now? Yes. So maybe it works now. Holy shit. Okay, it works. I have no idea what it was doing before, why it wasn't compiling. Perfect. I think I as well would want to not render anything. But for that I would need to clear a couple of things, I think. Because I think we rendered it currently in an off screen thing preview, which I'm not sure if we can easily disable. I mean, we can maybe. Where is that? Aren't we setting this somewhere? I think we are setting this hit buffer resource somewhere. Aren't we? Terrain panel. Huh. Maybe we do if scene view focus is false, or any of those. Then we just return here right away. Now we can get rid of that. And we get our render graph. Resource. And we set that, otherwise we set this to nothing. Is it like that? And then in the preview, if we have a resource, we do that. We get the resource. Oh shit. And if okay, let's not do that then, let's do it different. We need to add another function to our render graph. Remove or clear or erase, erase. So that should do it. Well, maybe not quite. So that should get rid of the UI, or like the overlay. So we have that, we click, that's all fine. And now we don't have it anymore, perfect. I think I as well want to probably have a none type here that we initialize to. I'm not sure. I mean, we will still keep the none. I'm not sure. All right. Some good progress. So we spawn the entity on click. Which is exactly what we need. And now we can, in theory, start with the edit. Beautiful. That doesn't work. Oh, interesting. I have to press enter for the selection to change. Is that something easy to change? Where is it? It's probably not that easy, I don't know. Where is it even? Ah, here. Table header. Probably. Probably not that easy. Would be nice if it would have been easy. Table column flags. Oh well. Sad that it's not just a flag. Oh well. Alright. So we've got the readback, we spawned the entity. But we need to spawn the stuff into the buffer right away, right? Although we can just do that manually. So in the hit, what is that? No, whatever. In the hit, maybe I need to do it different. Wait, let me think. Maybe we do it a little different, yeah. That readback is nice, but I think it's not exactly how I wanted in hindsight. Because most likely we want to spawn brush object on GPU, then we read back the buffer offset and data for the node. Although the data is kind of obvious, but the offset is not. I mean, we could keep the offset as well cached, right? Doesn't really change. So maybe we don't need actually any readback for that. Could probably have like in our word awk tree. Count basically. Let's set that to 0. Because we need to know the buffer data for it. So if we delete it, we need to delete it out of the buffer, right? So that's the idea. One second. Um, okay, so we spawn it. I think we need the readback, as I said, more. Well, not really, but we need to store stuff. Probably need some runtime data. Do we have? Let's add another file here. Volume source component. Volume source runtime component. The mouthful, but pragma once. File offset the runtime SSBO buffer, and then we need as well ID, hide in editor, and we don't need an ID then, and transient. Is transient or transient? I'm never sure. Free camera component is transient. All right. So then we can go to the terrain panel. Get our entity. That one we can add like that because it's just a volume source runtime component. New entity. Then we need the data. So let's see. Not editor. Volume. Yes. Components. Volume source runtime component. Alright, let's call it volume render data component. Volume source. Maybe is a little bit more what it should be. Still a mouthful, but maybe better. That's that. Let's generate. God damn it, I'm hungry already. Maybe I should eat before I start streaming. Or start earlier to stream. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe I should start earlier on the weekend. Because it seems like I cannot manage to stream until 5. When I eat at 12. I'm getting super hungry already. Did it not generate? Did I have an error? Probably. Volume source, render data component. Isn't it that? Open file location. Volume source. Oh. Render data component. Alright. But now it will work. Yeah, we will do 15-20 more minutes, then I think I have to get some dinner. I'm starving. Add that. So let's go here, wherever we have that. So where is my tree? Here. Let's do U32 SSBO current offset is our +0. Oh, where? Okay, where? No, hold on. Maybe we need to root back. The actual counter. Or do no, actually I think we do need to read it back, right? Or let me think. Oh, maybe not, because we cannot have more than one thing per frame anyways. So it might actually be fine. But we cannot increase it here right away. Need to actually increase it here. At which point maybe we just do it inside. Perfect. So with that we should have the info on the CPU as well, that if we delete one, we know which one to delete, right? Out of the SSBO. Which is a big thing, because we need that. So that should... Oh, cool. It didn't compile again. Really. Why is it doing that today? It's so weird. Oh well. Guess it just wants me to recompile every now and then. So yeah, let's do until 5. Then we streamed like 2 hours and something. And I will, for next week, plan to do it earlier. The streams on the weekend. Maybe like 1 hour earlier or something like that. Because I want to stream, but it's just that I'm starving. And then it gets hard to focus. Ah, now I see what you meant, WhatsApp, if you're still here. Execom and ini. Yeah, that's something internally when some stuff doesn't compile correctly. Then it crashes there. For some reason. Probably some memory, like stack corruption, whatever, because it didn't compile something correctly, as I said. Alright. So we have that, and I think if we now put the breakpoint here. Yeah, okay. So that should be... I think we cannot really show that. Yeah. I think what I would want, actually, let's add that. Beautiful, thank you for that. Well. Do I have a Imgui here? I might have it, right? SSBO index. That might actually work just because we have that linked here. UI scope disabled. Do I not have that? I thought I have that scoped disabled here. Isn't that what it should? Oh, we don't have it, okay. Let's do scoped ID, copy that, paste that, scoped imgui disabled. I thought I already had implemented that. Yeah, I can show you in a second. Imgui disable and disabled. Imgui begin. It's maybe not exactly how you would expect it to be. Let's say that it's technically it's like vector things, and Imgui has that kinda, but it's probably not what you expect. It depends, I guess. You would need to read the format and then convert it to what I will show you. I think it shouldn't be too difficult, but then performance might be. As this is editor stuff, I don't really care. But actually that would be kinda interesting. I will put that actually on a to-do. Like, it will be very, very low prior, but that's actually an interesting idea that I had now that you discussed that. Which is... well, let's put it here actually. Rs, SVG, vector, graphics, and use Imgui to render. So basically I will show you what I'm doing. So if I go to terrain panel, and most of my icons are done that way, is what Imgui supports, and it's basically why I'm saying it's vector graphics, because that's how vector graphics are drawn. You have like the path thing, right? And that scales depending on whatever you use, like as the size and thickness and whatnot. So theoretically all of those I can scale, right? So I'm drawing the lower icon and the raise icon and stuff like that. They are fully dynamic, and let's hope it doesn't break and I already made it correct. But if I... where are they? Trees, render toolbar. Render brush, and then where is the button size? Ah, here. And if I do the button size 128, at least last time that worked nicely. Let's see if it still works. Of course it only works to a certain amount of scale. But yeah, so now they're bigger, right? And they're still crisp because, yeah, they are just paths that are drawn. And that's how usually vector graphics are done in SVG as well. As far as I remember, in the SVG you have like points that you draw things in between, like lines. So probably you can do that with like parsing the SVG and then calling the path function of Imgui to draw. That should work. It might not be 100% optimized, and there might be a better way to do it in like terms of the GPU. Like actually having SVGs rendered, but realistically you still have to do that anyways. So yeah, that is just like that, with like basically path line 2 and arcs and Bezier curves and stuff like that. It's all from ImGUI, the direct draw list functions. And I as well do like widgets. So most of my icons use that kind of approach. So you have, for example, the search bar. In the search bar, the magnifier is as well a vector, like a drawn with like the path tool, so this thing here. So regardless of how you scale this, it will always look this. Because it's not an icon, it's really drawn manually. And I think I have other places as well where I use that. Widgets. What else do we have? Oh yeah, all the icons in the node graphs are like that as well. So all of those all those are, I mean, that one is like super simple, right? It's like two rectangles. Divide. Okay, well, that wasn't what I wanted. Yeah, I think I don't actually have like, because I think even the divide is like simple. Ah, yeah, it's like, yeah. It's like super simple. Most of the time, like those icons are like super easy. I think the one that actually cost me my sanity was this one here with a like a small house, and then like those small Bezier curves, making that like nice. Just with the path functions was a little bit of brain juice, but it worked out in the end. All right. What did I actually do now? Oh yeah, we did the disabled and the draw thing. So in theory, if I do that, click here, then we don't have it. Because we are not registering it. I think. Volume. I think I will optimize this as well in the future. This registering of components. Huh? Ah. Because I have a couple of ideas that I want to do. They will most likely happen in like 0.5 with the polish phase. I can as well explain that. And that will be the last thing we do for today, me explaining the idea that I have. Yeah, perfect. So now we have that and we cannot change it, but we can see the index here. Perfect. So in theory you can debug that now. I think we should make that as well. Yeah. Alright. So having said that, let's get back. So what currently happens is already with the engine modules and the optimization of the data file with the app config. And the old system, actually let me Oh, that will be hard to find, maybe. Oh no, actually here. It might be here. So in the old way, you had, actually it's probably still on the GitHub. If I go here to the template project, it probably is there. Ah, that's not it, template project. Project name, probably private entry point. Yeah, so you had like this, right, where you have to add the systems like that. That is now automatic, but you still needed to register the system so that the application factory knows what to do when it encounters the ID in the app config, right? So you still need to register it eventually somewhere. Where is my app config? Ah, not here, down there. Further down. So when it encounters this ID, it needs to know which class it needs to instantiate. So basically, instead of add system, you would have to have replaced that with register system. And then you don't have it yet, and with a config, it then actually calls add system. So that was a bit cumbersome. So what I did is in CMake, I collect all the systems currently. Here basically it's a weird thing where it parses the file with some regex, very error prone, but currently it works. And then it spits out a file called engine modules generated, and it basically does this. For all the systems it finds in the engine and the project directory, it adds this, and this is a generated file that's automatically included for you. And that's nice, because you don't need to do that anymore, and you write just a new module file, generate CMake, a new line will be added here, and you're done. And your system can work. And I think I want to do that same thing with the components, because... Oh, but with the components it will be harder, never mind. Well, we can make it work somehow. I will find a way. But yeah, because then you would have another register where you don't need to do this anymore, which is kinda ugly anyways. So I think we will find a way. Maybe I need some dummy macro just in front of the class, right? Something like here, ECS component, I don't know, macro. Which I don't really like, but I mean it's fine. And then the preprocessor, whatever I build, knows that it has to pick up this next class. We could as well do a base class that's like empty, it doesn't do anything, right? That would be another way. Let's see. I will think about that. Alright. Thank you very much though. I think I will call it a day. As I said, I'm super hungry. So yeah, we did the spawning, which is nice. This as well allows us now to reuse that same system to spawn other things, right? Like in theory, you could right click, create a new point light at the position. So that's pretty nice. That ray traced hit will come in handy. Yeah. Thank you. What's up? You have a great rest of your evening. It's probably already quite late for you again. Or maybe not that late, but already late. Have a nice rest as well. A good start into the week. We will be back. Let me think. Yeah, I should be able to do tomorrow. As I said, I want to stream more. It's always sometimes that something comes up or work was a little bit harder, but I try to stick to the schedule. And then in October, November, we will have Monday streams during the day because I have vacation on those days. And those are fully Onyx days where I want to try to work like 4 or 5 hours on it. But I will notify in Discord about that anyways as well. Thank you very much. Have a nice rest of your evening and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.